All right, we are live. What is going on? What's going on? What's happening? How y'all doing this early on this Sunday? Got a couple hours before I have to go take my son to his doctor's appointment. So I figured I might as well get on here and see what y'all are up to. Hope y'all are doing well. I have a few clips here from the usuals and just showing modern women wigging out, crashing out, wishing they would have done things differently and regret. But no further ado, let's get right into it. You guys smash that like button.
Bethany Frankel a couple of years ago.
Bethany Frankel.
And you get to walk around and be mediocre and you still get rewarded with things.
Fatality.
Said to me, you should really go on the apps. I have one. It's really like CEOs, the top guys. And she goes, you should go on it. And I go, I don't know. She goes, no, trust me. And I said, okay, I'll go on it. And so a week later, I'm like, you know what? I should do it. So I go on it.
Wow.
And I have to remember, I want to say League.
Oh, the League.
And so I go on it and I'm looking and you have to pay. And I'm like, I don't want to pay to meet a guy. I mean, that seems a little weird. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So anyway, so I sign up and it was like $399 a week. These are high-end guys. So you gotta pay for it. So I go on it and I look and I'm like, it's not really my type of thing. So I get off it. So cut to maybe 6-8 months later. I'm on my app stuff and my son Jax comes down and I go, hey Jax, there's a particular app that I want to get off of. Like, how do I do it? And he grabs my phone and he goes, Mom, why do you have all these things that you're paying for? He goes, a dating app? I go, no, I'm not on a dating app. $6,000 later. I wanted to throw up. I couldn't believe it. I never checked out.
Did you get any dates out of that for $6,000?
Not one. Not.
This is a comeback moment for me because I've just been away from school for so long. It's important to be prepared because you don't want regrets. Like, you don't want to look back and wish that you would have done
One dick.
Not one date.
Not one.
Not one
For
dick.
$6,000.
$6,000.
$6,000.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
Big or small, the mighty wall will claim them all. One of the most attractive black actresses of the 1990s, with 2 wedding rings under her belt, must still be classified as a single mother and a brave post-war survivor. At the age of 57, just years from polygrip gum and osteoporosis lower back, she is willing to spread eagle for a young 30-year-old thoroughbred if the opportunity presents itself.
Have you dated younger men?
I haven't.
No.
It was always a thing that I wasn't really interested. I wasn't sure, but it's a person specific.
Okay, yeah.
Right? If someone comes into my life and they check all the other boxes that I'm looking for, and they happen to be younger, I'm open to it now. I wasn't before, but now I am.
Is there like an age?
Yeah, I don't think I'd go under 40, honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
Or 36.
Every
day I'm getting younger. I'm like, 32.
Keep in mind, this Haitian delicacy was once top-tier tenderloin, even courted by the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan. If a woman like this could fail, what will be the fate of these Teletubby project baddies?
Have you been on any good dates recently?
Not in a long time. Not in a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting.
The wall is undefeated, baby.
At this point, yeah.
I am open. I think right now is a good time. My kids are, going to be going off to college, and it's like, well, what about me? Figuring out that part.
Sure.
When I'm not a mom, when I'm not into my career. Not that I'm not into my career. When I'm not a mom and when I'm not focusing on my career, I think it's time.
Yeah.
These exemplary mids with runny-nosed kids. All this foolish sassy man talk. We should be more worried about the average chick apocalypse. No rose or vibrator is safe.
Be mediocre.
I think that some of my friends are very, very beautiful. Like, actually, I'm not just saying that to be nice. So it makes me really curious as to why guys don't go up to them.
Let me try to answer your question.
Their attitude.
Hey guys, so I got a drink. It was about 25
You gotta
bucks,
smash
and then
that
I was
like
drinking
button.
it, and a guy came and he
It's
was
the
like, "Can I buy
attitude.
you a
Just
drink?"
don't deal with it.
But I'm done drinking for the night. So I said, no, you can't buy me a drink, but you can reimburse me. Like, Kendra, you can reimburse me for the drink that I already have. And then, exactly, like, just reimburse me. It's the same thing. And then he just got quiet after that. So, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Like, it's the same thing.
Why guys don't go up to them?
I seen this post that said, if a man uses a Cash App card when he with me, like that'll be the last day he be on me or something like that. Like I hate you women. Like some of you, I like really dislike you women. I hate the way you think. I hate the way y'all act. I hate the way y'all talk. I hate the shit that y'all put out into the universe. Like I stand y'all.
Why guys don't go up to them?
I have big mama energy and I'm a big dominant. And
oh no.
Yeah. I'm a person that like power and I carry along like alpha men energy. I'm an alpha female that's also in tune with my
No such thing. When they say alpha female, no, that means alpha widow. There's no such thing. She's circle babbling. This is what we would call a yapper. No such thing.
my feminine and masculine energy.
You look at her smirk. Look at this goofy ass face. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit eating grin. You know, you know what I'm saying, probably do be eating like booties or something. But look at this. You know, like she knows she said a whole bunch of nonsense. She knows that was nonsense and there was no need to say it and that it made no, and she just kind of like, and still just staring this person directly in the face when she said this crazy stuff. Look at this. I'm telling you, it's a cold world out here, y'all.
You can reimburse me for the drink that I already have.
Reimbursement? That sounds like pay-for-play / brothel jargon. Don't you agree? Now let's grab our trusty tenderloin calculators. Why would we pay $150 to $200 on drinks and
That's going mad on this.
finger foods to sip and chat with a Western pay-for-play provider when we can pay 1,400 baht or $40 for a long night of happy endings in Bangkok?
Absolutely.
Most modern women can't fully understand that they are classifying themselves as pay-for-play providers. Yet they wonder why bargaining men are literally looking for the best bang for their buck.
Yo, where's the good men at nowadays? Because some of these men out here, all they want you to do is pull up and pop twat the first night, hit you with the what you doing all day,
pop twat,
ask you to send you some pictures. Like, boy, are we back in high school sending each other pictures? You see my Instagram, you see my TikTok, you know what I look like. Why don't you take me on a date?
I see that thick neck, you know what I mean?
At this point, they have admitted through silence and shaming tactics that they have nothing to bring to the quote-unquote table other than bad attitudes, sticky fingers, and high-traffic tenderloin.
Absolutely.
Basically commercial-grade carpet. Yet they wonder why men only want to lease their body for a couple of days, maybe even just a couple of hours. Who among us wants to be seen in public on a date with the neighborhood streetwalker? That lady that's always at the truck stops with mascara stains and a box of wet wipes. For example, this young woman with a double chin and the mouth of a sailor. How fitting, for a future with her would be filled with crabs and scurvy. Tap the like button if you caught that one.
That thick neck, you know what I mean?
Oh, wait. We don't know how to do dates.
Don't try to cover up that chin. Don't try to cover up that chin.
It's real corny. And this is why women are in love. Because who want to teach a grown-ass man to be a man? Oh, okay.
Who want to teach a grown-ass man to be a man?
It's crazy how modern women have the ability to teach men how to be a man, yet they can't teach themselves how to make some roasted chicken and yellow rice for a man. They can teach men how to be men, but they can't teach themselves how to stop having babies with men that don't want them. They can teach men how to be men, but can't teach themselves how to get a wedding ring. Funny how that works. You see, part of being a man is having the ability to differentiate a woman of virtue from a woman of the streets. It seems like modern men
Absolutely.
are excelling at this task. How unfortunate for you. But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button.
Yeah, you gotta smash that like button. You know what I'm saying?
And although you will never.
Make sure y'all are subscribed to Destro. Reborn. You know what I mean? Another classic. Let's keep it moving. Let's go.
They keep forgetting that men are human beings.
Smash that like button, you guys. Smash that like button. Share the live. Share the live.
As well. They would like the same in return. Kindly.
When did men decide they wanted to be chased?
What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment?
Men do not have a fear of commitment. They have a fear of being used after giving it their all.
Men have both chase instinct and pursuit instinct.
Ladies, there's a lot of manipulative men out here who really want you to chase them.
I don't like finding out that a guy doesn't like me anymore, that he's like over me.
They keep forgetting that men are human beings as well. They would like the same in return. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
I blame you, toxic bitch, for why men are the way they are now. You ruined it for us good women because you done traumatized this man so badly that by the time he gets to a good woman who is not going to hurt him or put him through confusion or play games with him, he can't even fully appreciate the blessing that God single-handedly put in his life. He can't.
All right, listen. What she just said was a bunch of circle talking nonsense. So she didn't even blame the sisterhood. She just said in a bunch of roundabout way that men are traumatized and what she would consider a good man, and he wouldn't know a blessing that's right in front of him. However, this man can get out of whatever situation, any other situation he's in. But when it comes to a woman, he don't know a blessing in front of him after going through whatever he went through with a bad woman. No, he knows what's in front of him. He knows a blessing. You're just not it. You're not a blessing. Come on.
Can't even trust his own judgment. So he ends up self-sabotaging that entire relationship with this good woman in front of him because of how badly you fucked this dude up. And he ends up hurting her. I hold you men accountable. If you are still unhealed and you...
Well, you can do whatever you want to do while you lay there single and alone in your bed with a bunch of makeup on and filters. You can think whatever you want. We don't care. We don't care. You just said a bunch of nonsense. And we knew you were leading up to blaming us because you just said that we're so traumatized that we won't know a good thing when we see one. How would you know that? You're not a good thing. You're not a good thing. Potty mouth. And you have this passive aggressive way of trying to throw shade, which is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Look at Cassidy, man. Let's keep it going.
You're still broken by the woman from your past, do not involve yourself.
They wanted to be chased by a woman. Am I missing something? A man is supposed to do the chasing. It's never a woman's job. Don't fall for it. When a man tells you, like, I want you to chase me, run the opposite way.
When we were told we're not needed, wanted, or desired, okay, we get it. We'll do our own thing. I don't want to be chased or chase anyone either. Done with dating. Same with a lot of men I know. Once you have been taking advantage for free meals, or you get into the friend zone, you don't invest until she made it clear she wants you that way. Then you chase. Men offer commitment and stability. Women are transient and
You guys smash
dangerous.
that like button.
Men need to understand this and be careful nowadays. Women need to step up. Wait, where is the rule book on men are supposed to chase? There's that two-way street women want, and that thought process that good men don't want. Everyone wants to be pursued. Nothing wrong with it. Women now are just so narcissistic, they think relationships are all about what they want. Red flag. Men never decided they wanted to be chased by women. They just slowly backed away because there is nothing worth their time that's out there for them. The lack of appreciation and getting their heads kicked in whenever they try to initiate anything with a woman is why they're stepping away. If women are truly serious about finding a man, then I suggest them making the first move, as 86% of women who do so are more likely to be married. I also don't know who dictated it was a man's job to chase a woman, but that's nonsense.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to feel needed, no matter how you look at it.
Can somebody tell me why when a guy goes through a breakup, the first thing he does is download Tinder?
Well, that's because most men don't have rosters or backup plans, so they like to wait until their relationship is fully over before they start pursuing somebody else.
Absolutely.
Since I have some awesome guys on TikTok right now listening, I'm thinking, may I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women? Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps? Maybe you feel like there are endless options in terms of significant others? Please let me know in the comments.
It's the ladies nowadays. They make in their own money, and now they think they are better than us. But I want a sugar mama. It's the small chance of reward for our investment. The headaches are not worth it. I found dating to be a waste of time. Hard to find someone that wants to grow old together. Divorce rates is too high nowadays, and too much risk for the man to lose everything they worked for. Too much investment. I'd rather spend the money, time, on myself. We are just really unfazed at this point. She actually listed all of them. It's dating apps, trust issues being used, and also the unrealistic standards that men have to meet. Can't forget about that one. But for some men out there, it's because they've already given her time and resources, and she still stepped out on him with another man. Some of them spent decades into a relationship and just never get anything back. So now they just call it quits.
Men are born to pursue women. Men court women. That's how it works. It doesn't matter what his text meant. It doesn't matter if he liked your Instagram story or sent you a fire emoji. That's so easy to do. That doesn't mean anything. Stop wasting your valuable time and energy trying to dissect a man's actions or trying to control the way that he perceives you. You can't control it. So you might as well reallocate all of that beautiful energy, your whole essence, back into yourself. And I promise it works every time, every time.
First of all, that is a crazy sentence. Imagine being born a man and being told your sole purpose in life is to chase and pursue women.
Crazy.
If that woman wants to be courted, she needs to be worth the courting. Something men need to do is stop throwing their efforts and energy at women who show they do not deserve it.
Absolutely.
By doing this, men can avoid the frustration and disappointment that often comes from investing in someone who doesn't reciprocate. One of the biggest decisions a man can make in his life is adding a woman to it.
You gotta smash that like button.
It is very crucial to make
Smash
sure
that
that
like
the
button.
woman deserves
Come in from the
it.
shorts feed.
A man
Hit
should
those
only
three
pursue
dots.
a
Hit the
woman
like
who's
button. Let's
showing
go.
interest as well, nothing else.
True masculine energy men are born to pursue. They thrive off of competition and challenge. And it's true, if they really desire a woman, they will do anything to get her, as long as there's interest.
You see how these females tell each other all this BS that was never verified by any man ever, anywhere. They just say stuff, man. It's whatever to make themselves feel better, go viral, and help these women cope. It's the silliest things. Like you just said, it's a man's job to pursue. No, it's not. Not pursue females. Come on.
On her part, and makes her feel safe.
This whole thing about men nowadays wanting a soft girl life and to be chased really just blows my mind. Like, what? Why? Do you guys just want to date each other? Maybe men should just date each other at this point. Most girls, or at least my type, honestly, is like the opposite of that.
Who cares what your type is?
Act insane. Send me.
This watermelon head chick over here just babbling outside of her neck. You know, we don't give a doggone we don't care what you think, you know, and what business is it of yours? You're getting yourself triggered over men that don't want you, and you know, you don't qualify. And go find somebody you qualify for. Come on.
Me flowers, bring me coffee to work, ask to hang out with me all the time, tell me how much you like me and how amazing I am. Otherwise, goodbye. If in my head I'm like, my future husband would not act like this, then it's just, you're not the one.
We aren't doing that anymore. Women told men to not approach them, and now they are complaining. So you need constant affirmation and attention. Nope. Guys, she's not talking about you. She's talking about guys that look like Michael B. or Ryan Reynolds. I mean, chase, compete, so I can be the one funding the relationship and paying your debt bills. Don't make me laugh. Why does it blow your mind? Do you know what it's like to be used and broke all the time?
She needs to mind her
It's
business.
not fun or worth it. We want a good life too. Instead of trying to understand why men have backed away, she'd rather throw insults and tell men to date each other. Men do not want princess treatment.
Absolutely.
They want reciprocation. The same way women want to feel special. Most of the simps that she's looking for
piece than to feel like they're on this constant treadmill of having to prove what they could be or do for that woman. And all the while having to convince her of this with receiving no to minimal effort in return.
Exactly.
Nowadays, men aren't proper men anymore. And to me, one of the gravest sins a man can commit against a woman is wasting her time. يعني لا أنت جاهز. You're not ready. You're not financially capable. You're not emotionally capable. You're nowhere near ready taking on the responsibility that is caring and protecting a woman. And that's all they seek. It's one of the gravest sins you can commit. Especially that girls are ready. A lot of women are ready. They're like, I want to be married. I want to have children. I want to open a home. And you know that that's what she wants. And you waste her time.
Well, that's a funny sentence. This woman said that girls are ready for relationships and marriages, but the only thing I see them ready for is to take everything away from the man at the first glance of trouble and spend it with the next man. What women needs to understand is that those days are gone. They're behind us. Now women must prove themselves if they want to get to that next level. I'm not sure what world she's living in, but she needs to come back to reality. The only thing she was referring to this whole time is money. It's always about the money.
One thing you have to understand about men is that they will not pursue you if they feel like they are not worthy of you. They will self-sabotage because they feel like what you bring to the table, like they cannot match up to that. If they feel like...
Okay. All right, thick neck. You got another thick neck here. Look, you can't just say stuff and that make it a reality. You can't just do that. Because you're saying this, you're speaking in absolutes, like it's a fact. This is your goofy, the same way you're trying to project onto us based off of nothing but what you feel. This is you projecting insecurities and cope because you're not getting approached. You can't just tell somebody what they're thinking. You can't just assume it and then run down this whole ranting tirade unless you're letting them know up front, like, listen, I'm just ranting, you know what I mean? But you're just talking. You're just throwing stuff out there. Self-sabotage. Look, if we don't notice you or pay you any attention, there's a reason for it.
like you're too smart, too ambitious, too anything, and they can't match up, they will self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Before you think that you're the problem,
have a
that
greater
you're
appetite than me.
No. It's almost like, what did you do right? You'd be surprised how many men will literally be like, okay, no, I'm not gonna compete, or I'm not gonna like try and pursue her because she's too much of this for me or that for me. I promise you, it is 99% never you. Don't be sad and wondering about what happened with that guy. It's honestly them, not you.
This is a wild assumption. Even if it's true, 90% of this is presented with the confidence that it's true 100% of the time. They will also not pursue you if they don't think you're worthy of them. Could it work the opposite way too? Because this feels like my situation. Nah, as a man, it's usually a lack of reciprocation. Like I'll pour a ton of time and energy and effort into a girl. Then when I realize she'll never match it, I'm out. This response comes from her ego. Women often think a man won't pursue or chase her because she sees herself as too good for him, or thinks that man will self-sabotage because he believes he's not worthy of her. But men can feel the same way. A man might think a woman doesn't qualify to be in his presence, so he looks the other way. These assumptions go both ways. Just as a woman might think she's too good for a man might feel a woman isn't up to his standards. It's important to look beyond ego and superficial judgments to find a real connection.
One thing that men wish women understood about men. Part 1 of 500. One thing that society underplays is that men are actually much more complex than we give them credit for. They want and need more affection than they actually let on. They crave it. Men, is this true? Drop a comment below.
So your girl was not able to get her man back. Yeah, that ain't even my man no more. But yeah, we gonna have to laugh it off. Cause damn, and thug it out. Yeah.
86% of women who make the move end up marrying that person.
That makes a ton of sense. I love when a woman makes the move.
By the way, this applies to men too.
Of course it does. But we're in a weird time, I think, where like a lot of good guys, I hear it from women. They're like, oh, guys are like, whatever. They don't make moves these days. They're too shy. But it's like from the guy side, like we've grown up like seeing the quote unquote toxic masculinity. We've grown up seeing the guys who are so forward that it's like ridiculous that we never want to be that. So then we actually go too far on the side of the spectrum of like not wanting to bother a woman when she's out. Do you know what I mean?
And then from the woman's side, a lot of it is like, well, no, if he wants me, like guy pursues. So it's like this, okay, then no one's gonna do anything.
Exactly.
If a girl makes the move, we know they like us.
Absolutely.
Gets old just getting rejected all the time.
It's just
I think
that
it's more
simple.
because we don't want to be me too'd for just saying hi. Nah, it ain't that. This generation just doesn't comprehend what love really is. Today, it's all hookup and dating culture. 16 years ago, the girl I was seeing
You guys smash that like
made the
button.
first move.
Come in from
Never
Shorts
dated
feed.
another
Hit
woman
those
since.
tiny 3 dots on the
She
top right.
is the
Hit
love
like
of
or
my
dislike.
life.
Let's go.
I was rejected or friend zoned so much, I completely stopped trying. A lady made the first move, and we've been married 7 years. The dating world is different for men and women. When a woman sees a man that she wants, she will most likely get that man. Why? Because that's something that rarely happens to him. Unfortunately, the majority of men that makes the moves, they get rejected, and that happens very often. Even on dating apps, 200 swipes on multiple women could equal to 1 date with a woman. Dating has just become a game of chicken at this point, but truthfully, the women who makes the first attempt has a high success rate compared to the guys. But they don't see themselves approaching men because they want that man to do the chasing, pursuing. They want to feel special, filling up their egos.
If you're playing hard to get because you want him to pursue you harder, you're literally filtering out all of the good men that want something real because they are not looking to chase. Trust me, they made that mistake before and they found out the hard way that the chase never ends because in the past he would chase and it was always when he thought that the chase was over, she picked him, that he naturally started to get comfortable, and that is when she started looking for his replacement. So it's really
All right,
because
now.
of those lessons learned that men only
Smash that
want
like button.
somebody that wants him back. But it's crazy how often I see women giving advice to do things in order to get a guy to chase, like waiting to text back, canceling dates, never texting first, acting unenthused when communicating. This is why men are so attracted to women that do show effort. because men know, everybody knows that these women are rare. And it's not just that they're rare, it's that they're showing up very honestly, very authentically. And they, as good women, expect the same in return. It's why they match up so well with a good man.
If one is chasing, the other is running or playing games. Ain't nobody got time for that mess. It always ends the same. Yep, that's exact. A good man that respects himself will not engage in the childish games. He's...
Why?
Dating costs money. It is an expense.
Not always. There are some very charming options for date nights that cost little to no money, but why bring that up?
It is not, women aren't using you, women aren't gold diggers.
Let's be honest now, some of them are.
It just costs money.
But it doesn't have to, and that's the critical part of this that one is missing.
And if you think that spending money is ridiculous or, the woman is asking for too much, just abstain from dating. It is okay.
Good to know. I'm sure that will bring a sense of relief to many.
Absolutely.
The idea of treating someone to dinner or a few drinks, if that causes a lot of stress to you, you have a lot of other priorities to worry about.
True. I think men should spend more time worrying about spending time with a woman that actually wants to get to know him instead of worrying about how much money he spends on the date.
And just when you thought the water was safe, another shark shows up. Dating is too much for me to deal with, and I have the money. My first date with my wife was coffee at a local coffee shop that she paid for and a walk in a riverfront park. We now equally contribute in our relationship. Money is not everything fun and pleasant. It's these sorts of expectations that keeps the men away.
He's tired. He doesn't have any more to give. When he goes to work, someone needs him. When he goes to bed, someone needs him. When he comes home, someone needs him. His family, his friends, everyone needs him. Everyone needs to speak to him. He doesn't get 5 minutes. He doesn't get to sit down and cry or talk about his emotions or deal with a bad day because someone always fucking needs him. And on top of that, there are bills that have to be paid. He has to protect his family. He has to make sure his kids have got everything that they need.
You guys smash that like button.
His needs are the last thing on his mind. He doesn't get to think about what he needs. He just has to make sure that he's providing and protecting everyone else and screw what he needs. His mental health is going crazy. He's laying in bed. He can't relax. He can't sleep. He can't think anymore. All he can think about is when is this all going to stop? And you wonder why male suicide rating is so fucking high.
Would you prefer shade videos, man?
Submissive man? That's a good question. I want masculine, but also I want him to submit, but only to me.
Submit. Yeah. Well, see how they want to conquer you.
Okay. When I say. Would you really want a man to do that though? Wouldn't you want
These
a man
trashy women want to conquer you.
Like if we're going to dinner, I want him to say, "We're going here and we're gonna eat this." So you like that? Yeah. You like it more of a masculine man then, right? Yeah.
Basically, what she wants is a maid. Women who asks for these types of requirements from their man usually leave them in the end, because now she's looking down at the man. There won't be any respect from her to her man in the relationship, because she's walking all over him. She said she wants a man to do what she says, and do it when she says it. Doesn't sound like she wants a man to me. Basically, it's masculine when it comes to responsibility, then assertiveness when it comes to relationship positioning. And I also thinks she suffers from making up her mind. Could just be me, though.
It has come to my attention that women do not know how to walk in public when there are men on the same sidewalk coming at them. You do not make eye contact with them. Men will inherently assume that you are going to move out of their way. Instead, you look through them as if they are not there, and they will always move out of your way. Have fun with that.
Let's talk about the 3 main reasons why he stopped chasing you. Okay, so you were seeing this guy who was super into you, pulling out all the stops, and just as you were basking in how glorious it is to be pursued so fervently by a guy you actually like, he stops. And suddenly, it seems like he's not so into you, and you have no idea what happened. This is what happened. Number one, he caught you. I
Ghosted.
mean, the obvious answer is he caught you. The chase is a means to an end. It's not the end. It's a means to winning you over. Once you've been won, there's not really a need to chase you anymore. It's also possible he's just settling into a more normal, sustainable routine, one where he doesn't need to be texting you all day and bringing his A game constantly. If you can't handle this and you need his constant validation and constant pursuit in order to feel okay, in order to feel secure in the relationship, then you need to look within and see why this is. Ask yourself, what need is he fulfilling for you and how can you fulfill it yourself? Number two, he's losing interest. Here's a secret. Well, not a secret because I talk about it on other videos on here. But when a guy's pursuing you with full force in the beginning, it's not so much a reflection of how much he likes you. He's just really trying to get you to like him. And I'm not talking about love bombing. I'm just talking about a regular guy doing regular pursuit things like texting you consistently and just showing up when he's supposed to show up. He obviously sees potential because he wouldn't be pursuing you otherwise, but he can't really like you yet because he doesn't know you yet. So sometimes when a guy stops doing this, it's really just because he realized it wasn't a match and that it feels to you like the rug is being pulled out from under you. But it's really just him realizing that, okay, I don't think there's anything worth pursuing here. And yes, maybe he should do a better job of explaining that to you, but that's most likely what's going on in those cases. And I just want to add, I know it's so painful and feels so personal, but not everyone's a match. That's it. Not everyone's a match, and that's okay. And number three, you're too available. If you're always there, always waiting in the wings, always there as soon as he summons you, then there isn't really much of a need to chase you because you're just too available. Now, I am not saying to play games or play hard to get. I'm saying be hard to get. Fill your life so that you have a fun, fulfilling life, so that you have a lot going on, so that you're not only looking forward to hearing from him.
That
Because
boy.
that's not the only exciting thing you have going on in your life. You have multiple things in your life that bring you joy and bring you excitement. Have a full, amazing life that he wants to be a part of instead of making him the sole center of your life, because that's not appealing. It's actually kind of creepy and it's a turnoff.
If women aren't reciprocating the energy, we assumed she's not interested. There could be many reasons why men pull away, but it usually happens when they see their efforts aren't being reciprocated. Some of the more common reasons include not liking the woman's personality or being turned off by the games being played. Men often pull away when they feel unappreciated or see that their genuine efforts are not valued. Additionally, men may withdraw if they sense that the relationship lacks authenticity or if they feel manipulated. Constantly having to decode mixed signals or deal with emotional games can be exhausting and demoralizing. Another reason could be the realization that there is a lack of compatibility in values, goals, or interests, making them reconsider the long-term potential of the relationship.
I don't get dating nowadays. This is the largest group of butthurt, bitter pen pals I've ever seen in my entire life. It's absurd. Like, you'll establish mutual interest with somebody, exchange numbers, and then you want to good morning me beautiful until my head is ready to explode. Like, I don't know about y'all, but my attention span is not something to play with. You've got 2 or 3 weeks of chit-chatting with me and FaceTiming before I expect you in person. All right? This isn't fucking summer camp. Let's keep in touch. No. I want to feel the weight of a man's bone. Can't say it, it's TikTok, but you guys, you get what I'm saying. Like, we need to establish real life chemistry. I'm not going to keep talking to you, talking about I miss you. I don't know how. We've never met. More, if you miss me, why aren't you in front of me? Like, what's the issue here? Why aren't you making a move? Lock it in, buddy. Are you sure?
Be your mouth.
Do you smell? Are you poor? You can't afford a date? We can go to a fucking park. Like, are you married? What is the issue? Because now you acting sus, and I lose interest on suspect people. Like, what? Lock it in.
I can understand a frustration. If you've been talking for a while and things are going great, then I think it's time to make a move. But I also think she should communicate that and be clear about her intentions. Screaming it on TikTok won't get the message through to him. But that being said, at the same time, some of these men can see whether or not these women are worth the hassle. And sometimes they're just not.
You guys got to stop chasing women, man. It's an imbalance to chase a woman who you are supposed to take care of financially. It's like, how? Like, You're supposed to chase a woman and chase after her while she's dealing with other people, and you're supposed to chase after her to take care of her. Like, you the one that got to come out the pocket, the resources, and provide and protect. And you chasing, why are you chasing after somebody to do that? Like, you supposed to be chasing me because it ain't that many of me. It's a whole bunch of yous.
Even my most type A alpha females tell me that they want somebody who's going to pursue them,
No such
make the
thing.
plans, make the reservations, and make the decisions when they get into a relationship. They do this all day, every day for their professions, and they want to come home and be able to put their hands up and say, what are we doing tonight? I'm curious, are you in a relationship? And if so, how'd you get there?
We like to be pursued too. Even type A's, who do it all day, want to come home and ask what we're doing. It's not a guy-girl thing. It's a people thing. Why would anyone date an alpha female? First of all, any woman referring to herself like that is confused. Did this for 4 dates with a woman. She ghosted me.
You want to know why he acted super into you and is now acting like he doesn't care if you exist or not? It's for one of these reasons, guaranteed. Reason number one, he was never interested in forging a real connection with you, even though he made it seem like he was. What he was interested in was ego validation. And once he saw that you liked him, the ego itch was scratched and he moved on because he's probably a narcissist. Reason number two, maybe he met another girl or an ex came back into the picture and he chose her over you. But do you really want someone who's on the fence about you? No, you do not. He knows he can't provide you with what you want. Maybe you're looking for marriage or something serious, or you guys are long distance and he just can't.
Backing away, it usually means she did something that made him reconsider. Any man who's willing to go to great lengths to pursue someone wouldn't just leave without reason. After getting to know her, he might have decided she wasn't a good match for him. While women often think there's another girl involved, some men are simply assessing the character of the woman they're interested in to see if she's worth it. If she doesn't meet his expectations, he just walks away.
It's true, men need to feel needed and women need to feel wanted. Yes. Men don't care if you want them. They care if you need them. It's very true. If you say to a guy specifically, I don't need you, but I really want you, that's a huge insult. You might as well just slap him right in the teeth.
Men don't like makeup because ugly girls ruined it for everybody. It's the ones that look like Trick Daddy who got all the attitude once they get their face put on.
I do not chase men, but if he's wearing grey sweatpants
She
and
never
takes me
lied.
5 weeks to respond to my text messages, then I might jog. Or sprint.
If your man is not pursuing you, he says he's busy or he needs to take care of a sick parent, whatever it is, if he's not actively trying to spend time with you, to be with you, then that man doesn't like you enough for you to hope that this could be a serious relationship. Maybe he doesn't have a job. Maybe he's a bit of a loser, and maybe you're okay with that. But the one thing that men are good at is they know how to pursue a woman. It's in their nature. They used to go out and hunt for food. They know how to catch prey. So if he's not pursuing you, then dump him and move on. Because he either doesn't want you enough, or worse, he can't do the one thing that he's supposed to be good at.
You are not his job seeker. You're not supposed to write his resume for him. You're not supposed to make a to-do list in the morning so he gets out of bed and does something. You're not his therapist and you're not his mom. Please keep that in mind when you're dating him.
Ah, yes, the bitter and angry woman. She still doesn't understand the meaning of being in a relationship. Not everyone is
neck.
good at everything. That's why being in a relationship is to help each other grow and push them to do better. My husband and I are a team. I helped my husband with his resume. He helped me learn how to use a
one-sided. I'm putting forth all the effort. I have to beg you to talk to me, to take me out, all this stuff. I'm not engaging in that. But if you reciprocate the energy and the same effort that I give out, and or I reciprocate the energy you give out, then we could be good. This could work, you know? But if all you're giving is nothing, you're going to receive nothing. But if you give time, energy, effort, planning, time, engagement, that's what you're going to get back in return. Reciprocation. I know I said that wrong. Reciprocation. I don't chase, I reciprocate. But yes, I don't know why men want to be chased. I'm the prize. I'm the princess. Remember that.
I agree. But this is exactly why these men are walking away. Whenever they're giving it their all, the energy is not being reciprocated. It's only one-sided. So modern women have just been twisting the truth and saying men want to be chased when what they really want is reciprocation. That is something that's missing from their vocabulary. Instead of addressing it the way it is, they're saying men want princess treatment. And that's the one
It's
thing
for the
they're
disrespect.
good at, insulting men.
I just want to come on here and be real with y'all for a second. That like I know we joke around and kiki on here, but like there is a part of the single life where, it's not all glitz and glam and whatever. Like at times, sometimes, not all the time, this shit is very frustrating. It gets annoying, especially if you think you found someone and it's not your person, and then you have to put yourself back out there, be vulnerable again. It is annoying. It is frustrating. Sometimes you want to break your damn phone. You want to delete the apps. You want to block the numbers. Like you just don't want to do it because, especially if you've been single for a long time, I'm motherfucking tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. So yes, it comes with the freedoms, but sometimes this shit is cut to.
Men are slacking. Like we truly need like men content. All the men want to do is get on TikTok or Instagram and lick their lips. We don't need that. Teach us how to change a tire. Teach me how to change my oil. How do I check my tire pressure? How do I build a home? How do I prepare to go to war? Because all this extra content y'all are making.
I don't care, lady. Listen, why don't you learn how to lose some weight first? And learn that black don't cover up everything. I hear all the babbling you're saying and the gaslighting and, all this. What are you doing watching dudes licking their lips if you see it's projection? Listen, man, these chicks are horrible at this stuff. If you don't want to watch something online, don't watch it. Don't watch it. But you can't use that as a way to frame some babbling shade you're about to throw. Come on. I mean, it's a horrible way to frame it. You're tired of watching, but you keep watching it. Come on, man.
It's not it. We don't need that. We get it. You're cute. You look good, but show me you look good while you're chopping some firewood. Women are out here making mom content, cooking content. What are y'all doing? Standing shirtless in front of a ring light. Pointless. Use.
Yeah, this shade right here, I'm taking it a bit personal because I stand shirtless in front of a ring light working out. All right, big girl. All right, biggin. I got time today. I don't know who you think you are. You think wearing this black right here covers up the fact that your shoulders are wide as hell? You know what I mean? And that neck is looking a little bit thick. And we obviously see all this.
Useless.
We see all this going on.
Please teach me
Hands
something.
look kind of big
There's
as well.
a reason why this woman
Look at
turned
all
off
this
her
black.
comments. She knew what was coming.
Yeah.
If
she turned it. See, that's what. Look, man, I talk my stuff. My comments stay open. Right? She's a goofball. She's sitting there watching guys like me with my shirt off, and then they're talking about I'm not teaching you shit. You don't deserve to know shit. You can sit there and watch me work out with my shirt off, or you can go find something else to do, like you go work out as well. Lose some of that weight and stop thinking that wearing black. And no, she's trying to make, this woman's not all boobs. It ain't all boobs, man. The boobs ain't got nothing to do with the width of the shoulders and the thickness of them. Look at the thickness of this. Look at this. This is some thick shoulders going on here, man. Look at all this thickness. That's why she turned them comments off. She know, look at this. She know what's up.
men are useless, then what does that make you? The world you live in was built by men. Unfortunately, appreciation for their contributions is often lacking from some women.
She said a whole bunch of stupid stuff. I've already went to war twice. So if I want to work out my shirt off, I'm going to do it. What? Hell, I don't work for the White House, lady. I've been an engineer. I'm a full-time father. If I want to work out my shirt off and lick my lips, stop watching me, you dumb fool. You dumb fool, man. That's what she turned her comments off. I told her it's trash like this, always watching our content. Watch, she's getting real specific. I work out with my shirt off and I lick my lips a lot because I'm always fasting. I'm trying to show her big ass how to get some stuff done, and she can't see past the aesthetics. You know, just this is the problem. This is why when I go live, no one's hitting the like button. I have this. I have this watching. I have this watching and hating. This is watching and hating. This is the haters that sit there and watch me. Like I told you, females that have nothing. I'm telling you, man. Let's move on to the next one, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. What's the name, baby girl?
I was not expecting to get picked. My name is Taya.
Taya, where you calling me
Hey,
from?
what's going on, Reggie? What's going on?
Georgia. How old are you?
24.
Okay, 24. What you do for a living, baby?
I'm a teacher.
Okay. What do you teach?
I teach high school ELA.
Okay.
I've already told these big girls anyway what goes on during war with women. Excuse me. They are only in support, cooking, cleaning, bringing in supplies. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do. The most they'll get done is being a military police. Those are about the most you could probably say badass one. But the rest of them, they ain't doing nothing over there. So teaching her how to go to war to do something that they'll never let them go out and actually fight in combat like they'll do us. There's no point. And then they go over there, and as soon as they get mid-tour leave or whatever, they get pregnant, so they ain't got to come back or get pregnant over there. You know, so she's just babbling. She don't even know nothing about war and how cowardly a lot of women are. They get over there and they run back here. They got that option of getting pregnant, and then they just come back here and they ain't got to worry about that no more. Just go over there and play soldier for a little bit. Okay, I'm done. So I don't want to hear none of stupid stuff. It's like the most stupid stuff, man. What it is, you seen her goofy smirk. She was just trying to trigger. You know, she's trash and she's just trying to trigger, man. This is all that it is. You see that goofy, funny looking, weird chin smirk she had going on.
Okay. You have any kids?
No, ma'am.
You ever been married?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
I appreciate your service.
Aquarius. All right. So we got Taya. What part of Georgia do you want to share?
No.
That's fine. We got Taya, Georgia, 24, Aquarius. Is a teacher, no kids, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Just someone who is ambitious, driven, God-fearing, of course. I'm not too picky, I don't think.
Okay. Not too picky. They said she's pretty.
Thank you.
They like you. What are your deal breakers?
I'm so nervous.
Look, y'all. Listen, she's very pretty. You know, that's great. I'm not trying to be picky here. But is that her real hair? Y'all in the comments, do y'all think that's her real hair? And let's say that it's not, just hypothetically. Maybe, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, say that it is. But let's say that it's not. Gentlemen, do you find it bothersome the way they throw that wig around? Like just always throwing it around like it's theirs, the hair, you know what I mean? That units, stop calling them wigs. These units that they're putting on. You know, you ever thought it was weird that they just keep throwing it around like it's their hair? It's crazy, man.
Multiple kids by multiple women. I don't mind, like, if it is an older man, I don't mind one or two if it's with the same woman. But
Okay. You don't mind if he has like maybe 3 kids all by the same woman? Oh, 3 kids is a lot, period?
3 is a bit much.
Okay.
I don't have any.
So is 2 the maximum?
2.
Okay. 2 kids. All right. Should he look a certain way?
I'm just saying.
No, just black.
That's black. Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
I'd say like 60K, nothing crazy.
Okay.
Just be able to maintain himself. I maintain.
60K. Should he be in Georgia?
No, it don't matter.
It don't matter. Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
It's crazy how they be putting those units on, and then they'll be saying, "Oh, you guys are here going bald." What y'all be calling it alopecia, and alopecia means pattern baldness. You know what I mean? They put that fancy terminology on it. It's just listen, y'all, and then they run around with units like you said. They get so attached to them things. Someone will be petting them and brushing them and putting them on racks. It's crazy out here, man. I'm telling you, y'all.
This is so hard. I'm in my car. Okay, let's see. I just went and got me some food. I was chilling in the car. I just left the gym. Hold on.
With a full face of makeup on, you just left the gym.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm in the Army National Guard too.
Oh, you're the Army.
Oh no.
They said she's pretty. She got a nice body.
No, listen. She's in the military. She's getting ran through. When I was in Iraq, all these chicks that had like husbands and stuff, we were running through them, man. We were running through them. They're over there with us. Ain't nobody else around. They're fit. And please, man. Plus, they're looking to try to get pregnant. Man, you're getting served up some women that wouldn't look at you, or give you the time of day in the States. But when they're over there, man, listen. And they said that she's a teacher. Man, I'm having an issue with the teachers at my son's school right now. I'm telling you, man. This chick right here. And then she's like, I just got back from the gym. Did you go home? Did you put the makeup on in your car? You put makeup on a sweaty face? Wait, so you wore makeup in the gym? Wait, there ain't no way. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? They do this stuff. They be lying and stuff, casually lying for no reason.
That girl looking good. Okay. Taya, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When was your last relationship, baby?
Almost a year ago.
A year ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'll refrain from saying.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
You have no idea and shouldn't do it again. It could have been yesterday.
So that goes into communication, because sometimes I just get quiet. That's something I definitely have to work on. Expressing my feelings more. 3. That's kind of hard.
You gotta smash that like button.
Like myself or with a partner?
No, yourself. 3 things you need to improve on to make you a better partner.
Time management.
Time management.
I say that. I just graduated college last year, so I'm still kind of adjusting to life outside of college. One more thing. I don't know. I don't want to hold you up. I can't think of another.
You only got 2 flaws
that I can think of right now.
Yeah, this
I'm
is the hardest.
Antisocial.
Okay.
Or very selective when it comes to making friends and like talking to people. So I'll say that.
Okay.
I should be more social.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I feel like I have a lot going for myself at my age. Educated. I don't really ask much from a man as far as finances, because I'm doing everything on my own right now. I just want a man to be a man.
Okay. Say it again.
I just want the man to be a man.
Want a man to be a man. All right. What's the age range you would date? You're 24.
27 to 37.
27 to 37. All right. So we got Taya, Georgia, 24, is an Aquarius teacher. No kids, never married. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
No, ma'am.
All right. You got to download the app. How do you spell your name?
TYAH.
TYAH.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it?
Underscore. Well, my social media name?
No, your name. TYAH?
Yes, that's my full first name.
Okay.
Taya.
So that name is not taken. So download. What kind of phone do you have?
iPhone 14.
Okay, so go to the App Store on your iPhone, type in Kendra G Singles, create your profile, and your name is not taken, and they can search you by your name for the guys that are interested.
Okay.
All right. Bye, baby. Kendra G Singles, the dating app is available now on your iPhone and your Android phones. Just
All right, what do you guys think? You know, she was kind of cute, and she had a good positive attitude. I got to mix up, you know, a little some good positivity and some women that are you know, trying to do it right with the usual 304 streetwalker content. Gotta keep it positive. Gotta put that little, you know what I'm saying?
On this podcast because she felt the way. He didn't come out and tell her, "Oh, you're just fat and you can't get a man because you're fat." He's basically telling her that men have standards. And this is what a lot of women hate to see. This is why I say it's over for a lot of these modern women, because they hate to acknowledge the truth. So part of the truth is this: she's allegedly, because from what she said on that podcast is, you know, somehow she's not finding the right kind of dudes, or she's not finding a guy that is compatible with her, or somebody that wants her, or whatever. And he's basically saying part of that reason could be because of your weight. And she took offense to it. You know why? Because that is part of her insecurities. That is what she deep down inside knows about herself. She know that her weight could be an issue when it comes to dating. But instead of her acknowledging that and doing something about it, she would rather cry because it's a reality that she's not ready to face. This is why I say the entitlements are real. They believe that they're the best thing that's ever happened to a man because they have a vagina. And so they think that they don't have to make any improvements. That's what it's all about, making improvements to get the things that you say you want in life. They understand it when it comes to jobs and careers and education, but they don't understand it when it comes to relationships. And it's no different when it comes to relationships. You have to give a man the things that, you know, give him what he wants in order for you to get what you want. Bottom line, they feel entitled to have their standards and talk about what they want from men. But a man, you get upset when a man has a preference and he says what he wants and what his standards are, because you don't fit into his standards. Oh, and they get upset and start crying. Well, look, nobody don't care about your feelings at this point. You don't care about his feelings. She just, like he said, you call that man short, and there was nothing to it. You don't think that, you know, that's something that he cannot control. You called him short as if that's a problem. And you know, well, now, you know, they have these surgeries now. If you want to get taller, you can. But who wants to go through all of that? But I mean, you know, he would have to pay a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars and painful surgeries to make himself taller to fit the standards for these women. But these women won't do anything to try to fit the standards for me. How is that fair? We talk about equality, baby. No, you don't want equality. They want control. They want to be able to control a man, control the narrative, do whatever it is they want to do, and you're just supposed to sit there and take it. No. That's not how that goes. She's sitting here crying because she's allegedly, or she looks a little bit overweight. Not an ugly woman at all. I think she's single. She's saying that wasn't an issue in her past relationships. Why don't you have a man? See, this is what I'm saying. And they hate to accept just the possibility that something about them may not be right, or something about them they may have to change. The
best way to explore Fort Lauderdale.
On the water.
Just steps away from the beach. Room with a view. The sweet life.
Hurts them to think that, oh, well, damn, I got to make some changes. I thought I was perfect. No, you're not. None of us are perfect. You know what I'm saying? The moment women start to realize that and accept that and realize that, hey, you can't go into a relationship thinking that you're perfect. And that's the thing. All of the problems are always the man's fault. He don't do this. He needs to do this. He needs to do this. He needs to do every damn thing. And you don't need to do nothing. That day is over. That's never gonna, even if you found the man that you say you wanted, right? If you going into it with that mentality that you're perfect and he's got to continuously, you know, jump over mountains and hills and all of these things for you, and you could just sit back and be the queen that you are because you have a vagina, I guarantee you that relationship is going to fail, because that man is going to run out of, he's going to get tired. He's going to get tired of bending over backwards for you when it's not being reciprocated, when you're not doing anything to show him any of that back. He wants love and all of this stuff too.
No lies
if you
told.
can't give him the things that he wants, he's going to get tired of trying to continuously give you everything that you want, and you're not giving him any of what he wants. That's going to get old, and then he's going to get tired, and that relationship is not going to work, because it's a one-sided deal. So in order for you to not just get the man that you want, you have to know what's necessary and what's needed to maintain and sustain that relationship. So this is why I say this, and I preach this a lot, because I think a lot of women need to realize this. And I wish women would open their minds and their ears and understand that what I'm saying and what a lot of people are saying is the truth. It's not bashing. It's just making you aware of this, because a lot of women have been told, y'all, you're the prize and you're so great and a man should be lucky to have you. If you are a good woman and you have the qualities that men want, yeah, a man will be lucky to have you, but you would also be lucky to have him as well. Not a one-sided thing. If he's a good man and he meets all the requirements that you're looking for and you meet all the requirements that he's looking for, to me, y'all both are a catch. He finds you. You have the things that he wants. He has what you want. Y'all make it work. It still doesn't mean that even if you find what you want, that there's no work involved. I say this all the time. Marriage is work. Relationships are work. You can't go into it thinking that, oh, I could just sit back and relax and, oh, whatever. And then you find yourself single again. No, you have to work on the relationship, because you're vowing to one another that we're going to work through this through thick and thin. I love you enough. We love each other enough that we're going to work through it, even though it's hard.
Absolutely.
Even you might get on my nerves sometimes, but the bigger picture shows that, and what we vowed to each other is that we're going to work through it. We're going to work it out. We're going to get through it. It's not always going to, you have good times and bad. I say that all the time. That's what relationships are about. And when you understand that, you don't go into it with this idea that, oh, I'm perfect and he better do everything that I want. And if he don't, I'm going to move on to the next. And that's why you're constantly moving from the next to the next to the next. You're never going to be able to find what you're looking for, because it doesn't exist. If you want healthy relationships, you got to understand that it's not about money. It's not about always being right. It's not about your feelings all the time. And I understand I'm a woman and I have my feelings. I get in my feelings too. Just because you feel a certain way don't mean that that's actually what it is. You can feel, think, and all these things, but you have to realize your feelings doesn't always equate to actuality or the truth. It's just how you feel at that moment. And our feelings change all day. It's just the truth. And women don't like to hear that, because they're like, what you mean? My feelings aren't valid. I mean, no, they're not. They're not always valid, because your feelings aren't based in truth. It's just your feeling. And if your feelings change all day, then how is somebody supposed to be able to work with that? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things I think women need to work on. Me and my husband talk about this all the time. My feelings or women's feelings and what you think, and you think and feel different things all day doesn't mean that is the truth. This is why I say, as women, and I really wish that women would get this. It would better your situations. It would make it your situation and what you're looking for a lot better. It would give you better options and more opportunities to get what it is that you want. And the reason why women aren't getting what they want, because they hate to listen. They hate to take accountability. You hate to hear the truth about yourself. You want to continuously be in this delusional state, thinking that you're right, and it's not benefiting you. This is why I say it's over, because a lot of women don't want to accept the facts, and a lot of men are frankly getting tired of it. A lot of men are saying, the hell with this. I'm moving on. I'm getting my life together. I'm living my best life. I'm not even gonna worry about it. If I get some fun out of these women, I'll get some fun. But I'm not committing to this because I can't trust it. And that's the downfall, and why I say it's over for a lot of these modern women. And some of these women are even teaching this to their daughters. And it's just a cycle that's going to repeat itself. And, it's just interesting to see how this is all going and how this is going to play out and where it's going to end up.
Yo, those are nice. Hold on one second.
Candace, what's up? I think my daughter's going pro at basketball.
I'll take those.
Wait, you're a dick?